Well, welcome to another Face2Face interview with Rockosaurus. Today I'm very pleased to welcome all the way from North Carolina, Preacher Stone.
Cheers.
Welcome to Leo's, guys. Now, you've just come to the end of a rather splendid tour with Sons of Liberty. You've been getting some pretty good reviews, I understand.
Yeah, incredibly kind.
I appreciate the kind remarks.
Yeah, we really love it.
We're always, very honest with our reviews in the UK. So if you're getting good ones, you must have done something well.
That's good.
You realize this is setting us up for tonight.
also, it's okay. You're talking to a bunch of guys who shoot straight, so we're definitely fine with it.
Yeah, we appreciate it when people shoot straight.
Well, absolutely. We don't bullshit. I mean, we don't get that here.
No time for it.
No, damn right. Now, you guys, last album was in 2016, I believe.
Yes.
Well, what the fuck have you been doing then?
Oh yeah, we
learning to play our instruments.
we were learning to play. We like everybody else. We got off to a good start, and we were planning to do the next record, and the world shut down. And then the world opened back up. The world shuts down for 2 years, and the ideas that we were coming up with kept getting better. Instead of just rushing out to make a record just to have something to put out, we decided we would take our time and make something that we're really proud of. And so far, I think, I'm going to go out on a limb, I think what we're working on now is the best that we've done up to this point.
Yeah, but it's a good way of working. I mean, it really is. It's because it's giving people time to reflect and go over what's almost in the can.
Right.
And be hypercritical.
Yeah, and also too, I mean, we have played. We never stopped. During the COVID thing, we were doing live Wednesday or Tuesday nights every week to keep in touch with our fan base. And then as soon as we were able to go, as soon as each individual state would open up, we would go there.
Yeah.
And play there, and I think Georgia was one of the first ones to open up.
Georgia and Florida opened up because they just don't give a damn.
And so we spent a lot of time in Georgia and Florida, and then when the northeastern part of the country started opening up, we started going there. So we've never stopped.
No.
I mean, it's just what we do.
Yeah. I mean, your timing for this tour couldn't have been better, actually. I mean, there is a groundswell towards Southern rock in the UK. We've had the likes of Robert John on the Wreck coming over on a regular basis, getting loads of airplay on rock radio. Your timing couldn't be better, quite frankly.
Our buddies from Smoker over here now, we're keep passing them on.
We keep passing them on the road.
I chuckled because they're playing one of our songs up there right now.
Their sound check. Yeah. Speaking of the Sons of Liberty, we love these guys.
They are funny.
They are a great bunch of guys.
It's like touring with Monty Python.
It's like our brothers, man. It's pretty funny. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Life of Riot.
And we found out really quickly that our attempts, other than Ben's, our attempts at British accents.
Can I do this whole interview in an accent?
Absolutely.
You can give it a shot.
All right. Okay.
Do it.
So when I'm asked a question, well, that's where we'll go
Okay,
with it.
that's fine.
Yeah, well, what do you do in the band?
I play lead guitar in the band.
That's pretty bloody good. That ain't bad at all. I'm impressed. I am impressed.
It's a whole lot better than our driver's American accent impersonation.
Drummer from Vega, by the way.
Vegas, great.
He's the biggest rock star in the van.
Yeah.
I
love Vega. Absolutely brilliant.
He's kind of taken over. He goes. He says his phrase for me is Ronnie. No.
Ben.
Now.
Yeah.
Like, because I got to be. So I'm typically the last one to get back in the van, and so he go, Ben, now.
Yeah.
So I'll be out there, puffing my cigarette.
And he might go, please, for a friend.
For a friend.
Yeah.
That's code for bathroom stop.
Yeah.
Find the toilet.
Excellent. So where do you guys draw your influences from? I mean, have you got an eclectic mix, or is it?
Leonard Skinner, huge influence for me personally, and then the heavier bands like the British bands, the heavier metal bands from England, the big influence, and so try to mix a little bit of the heaviness with the southern rock stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it certainly comes through in what I've heard of your stuff. I mean, it is on the heavier side of southern rock, which is.
I think it's interesting because, like, with me, I'm more. I was, of course, a big Leonard Skinner fan. I'm a big Thin Lizzy fan. Aerosmith, AC/DC, Bad Company, Nazareth, all that. But I also love the new wave, or the new British wave with people like Saxon. Saxon and Maiden and all those bands, of course, the Sabbath, just all that stuff. But the cool thing is, like, there's so many different musical influences within it that come within this band. I think is what makes the band sound the way it does.
Yeah, you often find that, you get a great melting pot and you throw those ideas into the mix.
Well,
you come up with something special.
Marty started this and I got in. We sort of established somewhat of a style, and then we get. As the lineup starts to crystallize, when you go through those growing pains that all bands go through.
Yeah.
And then I'll let these guys talk about, their input. But, we started to shape up with the addition of with Bolt on bass, and then Ben comes in and added the firepower, and then this guy comes in, Wyatt comes in, bringing, of all things, praise music from the American church in, and it looks weird on paper, but God, it feels good.
Yeah, damn right.
That's a little secret, by the way. It's get you a church drummer.
Yes.
Good luck, because they don't like to do the things I'm doing. I'm actually paving a new path in this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only one that looks like me doing it.
Yeah.
Even in the States. And my musical influence, it came from church, but it also came from jazz greats.
Mm-hmm.
I watched people like Vinnie Colaiuta, Dennis Chambers, Ron Bruner Jr. Ron Bruner Jr. is a real good one because he was jazz, but he also played with Suicidal Tendencies.
Yeah.
And that's something unheard of. I was like,
Sure.
oh, wow, so it's possible. I didn't start playing rock until 7 years ago.
Right.
So,
When he joined this
You're
band.
clearly a fast learner. I mean,
He's definitely a quick study.
yeah.
Being a bass player, when you get to hook up with a drummer like that, it's like
Oh,
Christmas.
yeah.
Student
God,
of the
yeah.
game for real.
Yeah, being the rhythm section, it's sort of important that you've got that chemistry between you, and
We appreciate it.
just seeing it, or hearing you and seeing you in sound check, that
I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. Rhythm
that
section.
synergy was certainly there, and it's
And I was a guitar player until I joined this band, and for obvious reasons, I've sort of set that aside. I just sort of let that it's like, my son said one time, he had a garage band, and I was showing his kids in his band how to play a certain song, and they go, wow, your dad's a really good guitar player. My son said, yeah. He said, well, does he play guitar in Preacher Stone? And my son says, no. No, he does not. He said, but I'll tell you, in defense of my dad, if he's the worst guitar player in the band, you're pretty damn good. But this guy right here and this guy together, the two of them together are just absolutely amazing.
oh god, yeah. I mean, listening to that classic twin guitar work, it's a joy to hear. I mean,
Well, and this is actually like one of my first experiences of being. Old British accent. That's right. I apologize. So this is actually my first experience being in a band where I was the second guitar player, but also a focal point on the sound. And so getting able to work with Marty on this whole ordeal, it's been absolutely fantastic, and it's really opened up my horizons because I came from like the blues. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Albert King, B.B. King, Clapton, of course, right?
Who else?
So, but it's been crazy on how much I've developed as a player because of that man.
Yeah.
And I've always heard of Skinner and Had Shit and 38 Special and such, but I've never been a part of something that was influenced as heavily as Marty
Sure.
was.
Yeah.
So when it comes to doing the harmonies, I'll be honest, I can't hear it, but Marty can show me,
Yeah.
and then we do it.
Yeah. Well, like I say, listening to it in sound check.
Well, and I mean,
it's always been a joy
back
for
to
me
Ben
just
Robinson.
hearing
thank
that.
you, thank you. Yeah,
That works.
You can go back.
Ben Robinson.
Ben Robinson's back, ladies and
But
gentlemen.
We're actors as well.
It's become quite vicious.
Yeah.
The relationship between Marty and I on stage, as far as how well we relate to one another and how well we bounce off of one another, because he's great, and so I see him do something. It's like, okay, I got something for you. I can do it better.
Yeah.
He
And then,
shoots my ass every night.
Well,
that's not true.
well, not literally, I hope, but I mean,
Marty
it's
comes
healthy
in, I've got this
competition.
great idea.
Yeah.
And I want both guitars to. Ben goes, all right, now show 'em one more time.
Yeah, show me that one more time.
And all of a sudden, it's both of them, and it's like I'm in Iron Maiden, and I'm freaking loving it. Because if it wasn't for Steve Harris, I wouldn't even own a bass. I'd be mowing your grass.
well,
or
quite,
something,
yeah. Because of course Steve Harris has graced the stage up here.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah,
British
that is
Lion,
so wild.
British Lion plays here now that just
That's right.
played here.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Steve, I know this isn't live, but if you see this, Jim Boltz loves you.
Yeah.
By the way.
Well, it's
Well,
all right.
even
Nobody
though you
watches
play-
this.
I think that's
You don't know.
I think there's a very healthy competition between
That's exactly what it
between
is.
Ben and Marty, but it's also it raises the level of the band.
Yeah.
I think
And
it's with everybody, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
it-
I was about to say, it's
nobody
competition,
wants to
yeah.
work down the stage.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but to have that competition actually raises the bar.
I'm
doesn't
not.
It
gonna-
raises the game.
I take the same attitude that I, with this band as I took when I played sports in school. I'm not going to be the reason we lost.
Yeah. It's a band full of alpha males.
Yeah,
It's like that.
Yeah.
We'd all take the last shot in basketball. You just get. We'll take the last
Hit or miss.
Yeah, we'll
Better eye.
Yeah.
chips are down. Anybody in here will take the shot because it's just the way we do it. And I think one of the best compliments. The first time we went to Europe, we went with Molly Hatchett's road manager, Tom Cunningham, and he stopped.
Scandinavia.
It was Europe and Scandinavia, and
Czech Republic,
Yeah.
I think we were in Germany. We were in Germany or we were in Sweden, and he looked at me and he said, "You guys really do it." I said, "Really do what?" And he goes, "Well, everybody says they play the same in front of 5 or 5,000.
Yeah.
That's what everybody says, but you guys really do it, and you actually do it every night. And the reason we do it is we play for the crowd, but we played for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, our rehearsals sound like we do because I don't mail in. You can't mail in a rehearsal with these guys. I mean, everybody's on it.
Me personally, man, I grew up playing to nobody. Everybody told me I sucked. So I just locked myself in the room,
You
man.
do not suck.
Thank you.
Not the last 7 years, I didn't
Yeah.
know you before.
Thank you. I
You
just
may
locked
have
myself-
sucked before then, but not now.
You're welcome back.
It's,
Yeah,
it's a good
seriously.
motivator, though, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah,
I mean,
man.
let's face it.
We're very blessed to have this lineup, and that's the man above really made that happen. And we're real blessed to have this lineup of guys,
Yeah.
and it's working. It's working for us.
Yeah.
And we did come over one short.
Yes, we did.
Our keyboard players had some health issues, so he's at home getting well so that he can come over on the next ride. But
Miss you, Johnny.
Yeah, we
See
see
you.
J-Dub.
You'll watch it. Yeah,
Well,
Love you, J-Dub.
Get
But
ready. We're playing.
When you come back next time, you got to come back to Leo.
Oh, we will.
And bring your keyboard man with
We
you.
will, because our plan is to, this thing has gone exactly the way we wanted it to go. We're blessed with the reviews. We've been blessed with good turnouts. We've converted a lot of people over to our music who came to see the Suns and are hearing us for the first time. So
Yeah.
that's really picked it up. So the goal is to come back, and yes, we'd love to come back to the Red Lion because you guys have been so good to us, and we remember that kind of stuff.
When
Because
you wait till you see the crowd.
we have
They are awesome.
we have also, as why a line, we've played to no one
Yeah.
throughout our careers. I mean, we've all done it.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't matter. I do this because I love it. Man.
Well, there's no better reason to do it.
That's the only reason. If you're
Yeah.
watching
We make
this and you're
hundreds of
thinking
dollars
about
a year
starting a
doing this.
band, if you're gonna do it for one reason. Do it because you love it.
Yeah.
I have to do it. It's part of who I am. It's part of whoever we are, and we'll do it.
You certainly can't do it for the money, can you? That's
Very
No, we
true.
make hundreds of dollars a year.
We've-
We make hundreds of quid a year.
We've spent thousands of dollars to make hundreds of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's the same story across the globe, isn't it? I mean,
And speaking of that, we'd like to thank the good people at No Bad Dog who saw that,
Thank you, Chuck and
saw,
Margo.
who
Thank
shared
you.
the vision and saw that we had to come here and believe to build for a future.
well, you've been most welcome, and the UK loves you.
We love you right
you.
back.
You just keep coming back, guys, because we'll keep coming to see you.
All right.
Perfect.
Guys, it's been great talking to you. I'm glad you've had a great tour. I'm looking forward to seeing you set tonight.
Tell us what you think.
I can't wait to see you
We'll
again.
leave it all out there.
So, break a leg tonight.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.